Alright, thank you everybody for coming. My name is Kenneth Boyd. Today I will be talking about socialism and why it does not work as an economic system. Winston Churchill once said, "Socialism is a philosophy of failure, the creed of ignorance, the gospel of envy, and its inherent virtue is the sharing of misery." Many people confuse socialism with communism. Socialism is the economic system under the government, which administrates the means of production and distribution of goods to create social equality. Communism is the economic system in which a single dictator controls the means of production. Most of the time, socialism does lead into communism, and that's why most communist countries are intertwined with socialism. In socialism, there's no private property. Everybody works collectively for the betterment of the society. Everything is owned by the group. Sounds great, sounds wonderful, but in reality, it creates poverty, abuse of power, misery, and tyranny. The current trends in Washington today are leading towards socialism. The United States has always been a communist country. It should always stay a communist country, which I believe works the best. With the passing of the universal health care and the redistribution of wages by taxing higher income families a higher percentage, this is leaning towards more of a socialistic ideal. History has shown us that this type of government does not work. For example, the USSR, which was established in 1917 out of a revolution, did create more of a equal government, but the standards of living did lag far behind the rest of the world. Not many people know this, but Nazi Germany was a socialist country too. In Nazi Germany, the private owner was not entitled to wages, earnings, revenue, or distribution or production of their product. The government was in control of everything. The only rights that the people did have of their products is that their name lived on with the products. For example, the AK-47, Kalashnikov. Kalashnikov was the inventor of the AK-47, but he did not receive any of the revenue, any of the products, and no incentives for his hard work. This path towards socialism that the United States wants to take will lead to destruction of this economy and bankrupt this nation, no doubt. For current day examples, you can look at Cuba, you can look at Venezuela, all lagging far behind in the standards of living in America. Heck, people from Cuba are risking their lives to get here. If socialism was such a great idealist, the workers' economy, why are people trying to risk their lives to get over to the capitalist pigs that we are? The main reason that socialism does not work, it ignores basic human behaviors of greed, incentives, and competition. Obama's agenda, Obama and Pelosi's agenda in Washington has increasingly controlled the power and jurisdiction of the federal government. Their spending of government fundings for their economic recovery has been in the trillions, that is with a T, trillions of dollars. This spending will surely bankrupt this country. Currently, the national debt is $12.6 trillion. American public needs to watch closely in this time, especially with the upheaval of the economy and the political changes that's going on in Washington. They need to ensure that they have their free enterprise, their personal freedoms are not changed and overwhelmed by the changes of the government. In conclusion, socialism is a philosophy that ignores basic human behaviors and is an utopia idea that does not work in the real world. It leads to dictatorships, tyranny, and misery for all. And I will leave you with this, because our undoing will be ours. I'll leave you with this quote by one of our founding fathers, John Adams. Remember, democracy never lasts long. It soon wastes, exhausts, and murders itself. There never was a democracy yet that did not yet commit suicide. Thank you.
Cool.